Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. What happened on Days of Our Lives this week unfortunately took a back seat to what's been going on behind the scenes. Although we've been covering it since the beginning, it's time to talk about how it's affecting not only the actors and crew, but also people like you. Thrilling allegations. When considering what to write for this week's soapbox, I couldn't picture doing so without mentioning what's been going on Days of Our Lives. With heavy hearts, we've been following the true life story, and while most of us only learned about the scenario last week, it has been unfolding for years for those who have been living it. Farah Gelfand revealed this week that she dealt with it 20 years ago as Farah Faf, when she was 19 and on contract as Mimi. The claims she and others made against co-executive producer Albert Alal were awful enough when they initially surfaced, but learning that the investigation produced so little that the cast felt they had no choice but to join together with a petition seeking change is discouraging. No one should have to work or live under the conditions described, continuously feeling intimidated, uneasy, and worried, fearful that speaking up will result in punishment. The #MeToo movement may have started years ago, but it will never end. While I'm delighted the cast now feels powerful, it's tragic that it has come to this. The entertainment industry has just gone through a very public, painful, but necessary transformation. However, it appears that soap operas have been left out of the conversation, despite the fact that their own budgets have been slashed to the bone and the actors are required to show up for work without complaint or risk losing their jobs and the entire genre. The cast of Days of Our Lives has begun to advocate for change, but will they be heard? Ariane Zucker has stated that they are still waiting for genuine, significant action when we publish this piece. Alal received a written warning as a slap on the wrist, but surely that can't be the end of this in light of the horrible and horrifying allegations. I understand why people are considering boycotting the show and cancelling their Peacock subscriptions. It's similar to people discussing cancelling their streaming subscriptions in solidarity with the actor and writer strikes. It's difficult to know what to do when all we want to do is aid the show and the people we care about with our limited resources. We have a strong desire to do something that will make it obvious to the powers that be that the existing quo is not acceptable. Something must be done, and that something entails making significant adjustments. But is boycotting a show or cancelling our subscription to a streaming service the best course of action? Or does this create a situation in which we mistakenly punish the very people we wish to assist? I grew up watching soap operas, from Young and Restless and One Life to Live as a Child to Finding as the world turns near the end of its run. Then I started working in this industry just as the 2008 recession began to reshape the daytime landscape. I have a lot of admiration for this genre, but I've seen far too many soap operas be abandoned by networks who have lost faith in them. Days of Our Lives, which I've been covering for soaps.com, can drive me insane, but I also like it, and I suspect you feel the same way if you're reading this. Days of Our Lives cast and crew have been pushing through all of this for years because they want to work, they love their jobs, and they like being there for us. We can at least do the same. They've fought their own battles to keep Days of Our Lives alive, and it's up to us to convince Peacock that this nearly 60-year-old serial has worth. But we don't want this break to be permanent. We want it to serve as a catalyst for change for everyone. We'll all be watching the show with different eyes now, knowing that even if Alal is fired, the show shoots so far in advance that we won't notice the change on our televisions for quite some time. We'll be breaking apart sequences to see how uncomfortable they were to film, studying exits and firings to see how many were caused by the poisonous environment, how many performers were forced to quit or were pushed out, how many stories were influenced by the backstage events. But, in the end, it's up to us to help Days of Our Lives and the actors who have given it their all get over this difficult period and onto a brighter future. And now for the show. I mentioned last week that I was looking forward to the start of the double weddings, and although it did have some amusing moments as it unfolded this week, it also felt like a slap in the face for Staby fans. When Dimitri apologized for sharing Gabby and Stefan's wedding, Gwen said, "Barely even noticed them." The big couple, who should have had a grandiose wedding, became an afterthought. Is this a sign that they're doomed, or just a squandered opportunity? I'd say there's about to be a marriage glut, but none of these upcoming weddings or proposals, Eric/Sloane, Xander/Chloe, EJ/Nicole, Gabby/Stefan, Gwen/Dimitri, have a chance of working out, and I sincerely hope that some of them do. Melinda is becoming a real person, and she's gone from saying, "No one defies the law," to saying, "Don't worry, bestie, I got your illegal dealings, but I'll go along with it." She and Sloane both needed friends, and their more abrasive personalities complement one another well. After this week, I'm even more excited about her and Lai, but Wendy, come on. Your brother is doing exactly what you intended and moving on past Gabby, and you spend no time undermining him. Allow the man some breathing room. Besides, falling in love with the DA, when you have a massive secret crime in your back pocket, could come in handy. Just an idea. We finally arrived to Victor's demise. Maggie attempting to reunite Xander with his uncle was a telltale hint, but spoilers have now caught up with his tragedy, and I have a feeling we'll be talking about it a lot more in the coming weeks. There are no stray thoughts this week, but if you need something lighter after all of this, check out the gallery below, where we offer some of our most unpopular beliefs, not to mention mine. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.